I'm Philip Hunter. I'm a co-owner of Hunter Trees, LLC, near Birmingham, Alabama. My brother and I have a 225-acre field-grown tree nursery. I've been working as a tree farmer for 15 years. I was a landscape contractor for 12 years before that. It's a new challenge every day. It's exciting. You're going to work with new people. You're going to work on new projects. Even if you're working in a nursery, there's something new happening all the time. I think an opportunity in the green industry is a great career path for any high school student or college student. Summer work, year-round work, there's always something interesting going on. A career path in the green industry in the nursery business would probably be starting on the front end with learning the ropes of the business. That might be out in the field doing digging, pruning, working on spraying, managing irrigation. Eventually, I would think you would move up to more of a supervisory or a foreman type role where you might have people working for you. Initially, you're going to work with people side by side. You may be managing those people later on. Long term, moving into a supervisory role, and ideally, if you're cut out for it, ownership, owning a business, owning a contracting business or a nursery business. That was my goal, and that's what I've done, and I've been successful with it.
Jeff Allman, Director of Maintenance, Grand National Golf Course on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. I manage 70 people in the summertime on 300 acres of 3 golf courses here, 2 championship golf courses, and 18-hole par 3 course. I started in the business when I was a teenager, just working summer jobs in high school, and found that I got good benefits playing golf and got me interested in being outdoors. Just loved being in that environment, and didn't really realize what kind of career opportunities were there until I started working on the crew full-time out of high school. In the golf industry, we have a need for irrigation people that understands the installation from the ground up to just the maintenance and software and computers and programming. We have mechanics in this industry that are well-versed in not just automotive or diesel engines, but just setting up the real mowers. Every day a mower goes out, they're fine-tuned to precision heights of cut every day, and that's all hands-on training again, no education needed. It's a learn-as-you-go kind of thing. There is tremendous opportunities across the board, and there's so many different types of jobs you can do. So if you want to get out of golf, you can get into landscaping. If you want to get into landscaping, you can get into sports field. There's always different things you can do, so anytime you give yourself many options and get involved and create that experience at a young age, you're going to have more options of job security down the road and find what you're good at.
Daniel Ruggiero, I'm the head groundskeeper for the Birmingham Barons, in charge of all things related to the athletic field itself and game and non-game day events, as well as responsibilities throughout the ballpark and the grounds and general landscaping areas. You know, one of the enjoyable things that I appreciate about this industry and my job specifically is the freedom to work outside daily. When I was finishing up my high school education, played sports growing up, and really wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do moving forward with my professional career and you know, long work life ahead of me, I guess, for lack of a better term. So I didn't know much about it. I saw guys on a baseball grounds crew struggle with the tarp every now and again on TV and thought, you know, not too much for staying inside an office daily. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I enjoy sports, and it was an opportunity for me to stay around sports, but also you know, see if it was a career path that would work for me long term. You know, you're going to bring a high school diploma to any job interview, or you're going to bring a college degree to any job interview. What separates you from the other college graduates that I see? Attention to detail, you know, organizational skills. I enjoy walking through the gate every day not knowing exactly what's going to be on my plate that day. There's a challenge, and the unknown factor, I think, keeps you fresh, keeps the batteries charged, to steal a cliche there. And that's what I've always enjoyed about the industry, is it's not monotonous.
What I see most people looking for as far as hiring right now is mostly in the sales and marketing side. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. I think there's plenty of opportunity on the grower side too. I see just as many, if not more, opportunity for a grower. I do remember some of the things that intrigued me before I started working in the nursery industry. The production planning, the timing, the coordination, a lot of the science that goes into the growing of plants, the fertility and the pesticide use. I also am intrigued by the plants themselves and the new introductions. I also am intrigued by just learning about the plants, period. I like the sales end. I feel comfortable selling plants, although our role in the industry is really more customer service because the plants sell themselves more often than not. There's plenty of people that are very successful in this industry without college education. As long as you work hard on your math and sciences and have a good background there.
My name's Jason Powell, and started Petals from the Past right out of graduate school in 1994. We're going in this June to our 22nd year of being in business, and we're excited that our approach to the nursery industry and to the garden industry has been from an educational standpoint. And so we like to achieve an educational goal through two primary efforts. First, by maintaining display gardens so that people can see what these plants look like as mature specimens. And then the second part is we host workshops and classes. And we have found that educational approach, very much like an extension role that my dad was involved when I was growing up, has been a successful model to get people to come back and see us again and again and help them be successful. And then they share their successes with us and we get to see them again and again. I can remember thinking about trying to figure out in college what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I remember having a wonderful professor at Auburn who advised me and said, look, if you want to have a career in horticulture, you need to like two things, plants and people. Well, to me, that was a done deal. So ever since that conversation, I have found at every aspect, when I worked in landscape design, when I worked in retail nursery, when I worked in the wholesale side, that contact in between people and plants, to me, makes this career so rewarding and so much more enjoyable. And so if you can put those two things together, you've got a career opportunity in horticulture. I think if you look at a successful career path, if you're thinking about coming into the retail side of the industry, you start with your basics. You get your undergraduate education in horticulture so that you've got a comfortable base to work with. And then I think you enter in at a sales position, because that's going to make you, when you're in a sales position, you're almost in a teaching position every day. And you have to learn that subject well enough to be able to teach that to the home gardener. So that's true of whether it's planting technique, that's true of whether it's plant selection, that's true of whether it's pest management. I think if you're thinking about job opportunities in horticulture, particularly on the retail side like we are as a retail garden center, there's opportunities for high school students, there's opportunities for junior college graduates, there's opportunities for college graduates with an undergraduate, and then on beyond that. But where we're seeing people come in right now at an entry-level position would be if you've got a high school student, we oftentimes will have 16, 17-year-old students that have worked with us and that want to continue that path. This is probably the most exciting time to be in this industry. We're seeing new gardeners, we're seeing gardeners who have an interest more than ever in what they're eating. And so I've never seen in my life as much interest and forcing us to grow more on the vegetable, herb, and fruit side than we're working with right now. The interest is there, and we feel like the home gardener wants to know more about their food. They want to know more about producing it. We're seeing new people every day, and that's exciting. It's always encouraging to see your familiar faces, and you know you've got loyal customers that are coming back to see you every year. But it's also exciting to see new people that are coming in. You've not seen them before, and we want to build those relationships between both our loyal regular customers, and we want to find those new customers that can come in and help to support our business as well. And so we're seeing it right now, but the biggest growth opportunity we're seeing is definitely in the edible side of gardening.